but then you fall off of those. I like HVAC. It's usually on the ground. All right, we'll see if the streams are working now. I don't want to be under things. But if you're just joining us, we're absolutely free. We'll start here in a minute. My restreaming is having a bit of a dilemma with itself. It's debating itself. Are you on Linux? Oh, I have no idea. Hey, we'll get started here. Oh, we got a lot of people coming in now. Hey, Meg, I think I know who you are. I'm going to make you a co-host. Can you click the add button to let people in? I don't know if Meg heard me. No, she can't hear me because her audio's not on yet. I think Meg knows our friend Matt. Matt Clay. But we'll get started here. I think I'm going to go off mute here. We might as well get started now. It's 02 after. We're going to have some fun. By the way, feel free. We're restreaming this online, and we'll upload it to YouTube. But, feel free if you want to pipe in and talk. Nate, is there any rules, regulations on what we're doing tonight?
No. We don't know what we're doing, so if someone does, please speak up.
We have AI, so we don't actually have to know at this point.
Oh, that's right.
And by the way, Nate's being sarcastic. He doesn't know what he's doing. He just picked Python, which is not my forte. But we're going to do a coding kata, so feel free to pipe in and tell Nate what to do. We also allow code golf, which means you can tell Nate to do something really unique and interesting to explore. We're just going to have a fun time learning tonight. Anything you want to add, Nate?
Yeah, does anybody know how to do this? Should we pick on the audience? I know Pauline knows how to code.
Kinda.
I have live share going, Pauline, if you want to jump in.
Yep, just a reminder.
I can get live share going.
Yeah, just a reminder, where you work's not a big deal. Like, we don't really talk about it. Everyone's got to have an employer. Just don't break your NDAs. We are not endorsed by anyone. We are endorsed by a nonprofit out of Indiana called Community of Quarters. We represent ourselves and not our employers. Is that true, Nate?
Yes.
Yeah, this is not sanctioned by anyone. So.
Joel's unemployed anyway.
I'm your agent, Nate. I'm your agent. But let's get coding. So what are we doing tonight, Nate? What coding problems are we solving?
So we're gonna poke around at using CoPilot and ChatGPT and see what they give us. I use ChatGPT frequently in my day-to-day. I use CoPilot mainly for, completing some of the monotonous tasks. But we'll see if we can't stretch the boundaries a bit tonight.
And look who's here. It's our friend Tom.
Oh, hey, Tom. I think, Tom, you know how to code, right?
No, those days are long gone.
Do you know how to fly attack helicopters?
Those days are also long gone.
So we're gonna do the baseball kata tonight. The baseball kata is, if you don't know what a kata is basically a way to learn and train code and kind of have a muse to work on. Do you want to pull up the baseball kata? We've done this 4 years ago. If you ever watch a YouTube video, we've done this 4 years ago. But now we're gonna use AI and we're gonna cheat.
Yeah, we're gonna cheat.
Yeah. So
this looks really complicated, Joel.
I don't want to read it all.
About it.
I think I'd copy and pasted it in the chat GTP and ask for a summary.
Okay, let's do that.
I'm a developer. I don't want to read the requirements.
Hi, chat. Let's see here. Let's see. So consider this kata. Oh, how about this? What should we ask it? Let's ask it to simplify the following kata. Software kata. Software code kata. Let's see what it knows what I'm talking about. All right, so it says to use TDD, huh? All right, so what's it telling us? Wants us to simplify the kata, start by discussing the problem. All right, so it's kind of, it's summarizing this massive block of code text into something more digestible.
So why don't we ask it is what is the first line of code we write?
Okay.
We've never done this. We have no idea what it's going to tell us.
What kind of code should we write first?
In Python. You didn't tell it it's Python.
Well, we'll correct it. Okay, since you're focusing on the basics of the game, scoreboard functionality, you can start by writing this test case. Okay, that makes sense. Right, let's see, rewrite the example. I think it'll correct my spelling. Rewrite the example in Python using
A CoPilot prompt. Think it'll do that?
CoPilot prompt.
Yeah, for a CoPilot prompt.
Mm.
I don't know if it'll be smart enough to know that, but
So when you ask it about CoPilot, it doesn't know
it's
it.
because it's dated to the memory set. Yeah,
It's
but baseball really hasn't changed.
2001. Right. Nice. Okay. So, well, let's see what that. Does that work? Not if I do that. All right. So we need to define a scoreboard. Well, I can do that.
Can you do it with
Right.
CoPilot?
Okay. Let's do it with CoPilot.
And feel free if you're watching to interrupt because we've never done this with baseball kata.
Nice try, CoPilot. That's not what we wanted. Okay, better. Better. Okay. So that's what CoPilot says to do. All right, chat. Should we run that? Run that.
Yeah, if you're gonna TDD, you should probably run the test every time.
Thanks, chat. That worked.
Do you compliment it during the day while you're using it?
Sometimes. I ask it if it's trying to punk me sometimes because it gives me wrong answers. But, it hasn't gotten me fired yet. So, all right. What's our next test? Okay. Oh wow, it's got a little impatient with me. That happens at work too. Okay.
I don't think it's ever heard of SRP.
Nope. All right, let's copy this.
Yeah, but having taught this to a bunch of people in a room, this is the fastest I've ever moved.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this is like, is this like ping pong pairing between CoPilot and ChatGPT?
I don't know. It's like some type of mob programming, but the AI is the brain, and we're just the checkers.
All
Yeah,
the
this is
intelligence.
This is like baseball on steroids.
All right, let's see what happens. All right, it's failing. Add runs. Scoreboard has no attribute. Add runs. Okay.
So let's show VS Code fixing it. Is it squiggly somewhere? I'm not seeing it.
No code actions available. VS Code doesn't know what to do with this. So we could try switching to PyCharm and see if it can do something with it. Oh, PyCharm has a few things to say about our format. Okay, yeah, let's add that. Is our test passing yet? Nope, that wasn't enough. So it says attribute has no runs. Okay. Okay, assert none is 3. So add runs. What are we gonna say? adds the number of runs, or adds the param to the runs attribute.
And that was
Okay.
CoPilot, wasn't it?
That was Copilot.
That wasn't PyCharm jumping in.
That was Copilot jumping in. All right, so Copilot did it. PyCharm is still very unhappy with the format of the file, so we'll make it happy. There we go. All right, so what do we have next? Adding the outs. Let's copy that.
It's so nice not to have to name the test, Tom, and debate with you what the name of the test is.
Come on now. You like debating with me. You like debating with everybody.
I do, but I don't like debating the test name with you.
That's fair.
And variable names? Developers might get along a little better. We don't have to debate variable names. If anything, the AI's wrong. It's not us.
That's right. All right. How we doing?
Is everyone any questions so far?
Adds the value to the total outs.
Number of outs, yeah.
Number of outs. See, Tom got a naming thing in there.
Back in Tom's day, he had to punch the cards.
They weren't cards yet. They were just strips.
Well, it's hard to fly the Apollo space capsule, right, Tom?
It was a space station, actually. Alright, what we got?
By the way, it's named add runs, but it's setting the runs or the setting the outs. Does
Oh.
our GPT doesn't see it?
Mm-hmm. Say that again? I think I heard some of that. What was the ChatGPT doesn't see setting the outs?
It's about the function is named add whatsoever, but in fact it does setting the number. It
Yes.
doesn't-
Yes,
But-
you're absolutely right. This is not actually adding anything
Adding.
yet. So these,
Yeah.
we're not getting enough
The-
behavior out of this.
So we're combining, Olaf, what we're combining right here is a technique called TDD. So we're doing the least amount of software at a time. And so although we know in our brains, right, that we're setting that, I think ChatGPT
That's
is
kidding, but hey, perhaps does our nice ChatGPT can see it that the next test or a similar test will fail if we have perhaps starting score number or other stuff.
yeah, I think ChatGPT is kind of peeking ahead too.
It is. Yeah, so we actually, the Copilot came up with something here. Although I don't know where it's going with this. This may have
Might be
implied
political.
some type of collection because of the way we. That couldn't have passed. Oh, okay. Python's inferring the type.
This is why you did, I wanted to do something like C#, something that was easier to read to my eyes.
Oh,
It's not,
I think if we're doing
it's-
AI, it's
it's a list with just one input, but it's three.
yes. All right, so we're gonna go what ChatGPT says here. And where did I go? There. Then we're gonna challenge it to add a little more robust testing. All right, so we're not running yet. So, where's our method? Update inning. Update inning score. Is that what? So. Okay, so Copilot says do that. That's what Copilot does here. Okay, so it's starting to catch on that all we're doing is just setting values, which isn't going to help us in the long run. All right, so we've implemented everything ChatGPT said. Now let's.
That gives you the scaffolding, though, right?
Yeah, it did. Add more tests for the what? add runs to scoreboard.
What
Have
about?
it do something simple like outs. Just figure out the outs.
I don't think we have to do outs. That'll make it really complex, Tom.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll just tell you that right now. Having done the full gambit ball strikes, outs, and errors, that's like a 6-hour coding exercise. But
Well, with AI, it should be a lot faster.
well, it's true. I've never benchmarked it.
No, no, chat. You tried. There you go. There you got one. Negative runs.
Well,
Oh, I see. Adding 0 runs.
adding negative
Okay,
runs would
yeah.
actually be a. It's not a behavioral test. It's more of a.
Edge case.
Yeah.
It's an edge case. Let's see if CoPilot can do something with that. All right, Joel. What do I say? Does not record negative runs?
Yeah. See what happens.
There you go.
Well, you said does not. I would say try this one. Try negative runs or impossible. Because it literally just wrote an if statement. If negative, don't record it. But what I'm thinking is you want to unsigned int. So tell it to say instead of that, try negative runs are impossible. Or
Not allowed?
try that.
In its eyes, Joel, it sees the same thing.
It'd say impossible. Negative runs should throw an exception. There you go. That's how I'd write it anyways.
Okay.
I was trying to be fancy to see if it would pick up an unsigned int.
All right.
Okay, there you go.
Okay, so let's see. Negative runs. So
Run your
add negative
test.
runs throws exception.
You should spell exception correctly.
Spell it. Yeah.
Oh, come
We're
on.
back to the olden days, Tom.
I've been using this. I've been using this AI long enough, it knows me.
Ah,
Look at
look at
Olaf, what do you think of that?
Great.
that.
We should have did this with a sport we don't know at all, like cricket. And then had a cricket expert tell us.
I don't know the rules enough, and please don't ask me for crickets. No.
I'll be right back. A 2-year-old wants to tell me goodnight.
Oh, cool.
All right.
Yeah, I just became a grandfather, by the way, Joel.
Congrats, Tom. Again. That's awesome. Did you give it a PC yet? Did your grandchild a PC to start coding?
Definitely not test-driven development, or? Probably for kidding.
Right. Okay. So what happened? Assert 4 equals 6. It failed. And we know why. As Olaf was pointing that out. That it's just setting these
Yeah.
values.
All it's doing, it's just a setter.
So adds the value to the number of runs. Let's see if it can
Do that.
increase. How about this? Increases the runs with the number of runs.
Well,
anyone speak
why don't
AI?
you say value. Increase the value.
Okay.
Yeah.
Increase the
Value. Yep. Because it's in their value. So why not leave a value?
with the value. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Attribute with the. Could have typed this by now. I know you're trying. Trying, CoPilot. But we could wait. This
Increases the value attribute with the number of runs.
No, the value is not an attribute. It's just a parameter. The attribute is runs.
Yeah, that's right.
increases the runs. That's correct. Yeah, increases the runs attribute with the
Increments.
Perhaps,
Try the word increments.
or perhaps the sequence attribute runs.
try increments. We did. I think we tried increments.
I'm sorry, I was saying goodnight. She
Yeah.
said goodnight to everyone, by the way. And said one more book.
This is when you throw in the towel.
And just
Yeah.
just put it.
Just
2 of your
Oh.
tests are failing. What did you do?
Python,
Yeah.
because
Python, this generation's PHP. You want a shirt that says that?
can this regenerate all our values? It can. Nice. Thank you, Copilot. All right. We got it. We've got it recording runs correctly. Thanks, chat. You are better than Copilot.
They're two different things.
Okay. Where should we go with this next?
I don't know. Audience favors. Let's just have fun. We kind of got the code going. We got a basic baseball scoreboard. What should we do next?
Yeah. What's the peanut gallery
Well,
have to say?
do we need to have 2 separate teams?
Oh man, Tom, you're really
Yeah, but I think the teams should have a name generator. Or is that too much?
Yeah.
separate teams, huh? What about this? We have. Well, we don't really care. We just want to record runs at this point. We'll just let them run in one inning all day.
You want to track innings?
No. All right. So Tom says multiple teams. Anyone else in the peanut gallery have an idea?
I think it should report runs in Roman numerals.
Nice.
I think you could do that really easy with Copilot right now. Write a
Okay.
function, write a Python function that converts integers to Roman numerals. You might be able to do that in Copilot too.
Yeah, we'll see what they come up with.
Check. You gave it too much creative. Does this say write a Python function to convert integers to?
Well, this is ChatGPT. He just writes tests. It's Copilot's job to implement.
No, ask Copilot to do it.
Yeah. So if we said, all right, Copilot.
Oh, it's writing the test. I see what you mean.
Yeah. This is their ping pong pairing here.
Oh no. What are we going to do for a living if this works?
That's why nobody's talking. They're all looking for new jobs.
No.
Okay. Oh man, what do we do? This is a lot of code.
Can Copilot refactor out of this? Can it extract?
I don't know. Let's try. So, where do I tell that to Copilot?
Looking for the refactor prompts here. Or just use PyCharm or VS Code.
VS Code, yeah. So. I can
In
static
C Sharp,
retrieve-
it's extract, right?
Yeah. So basically, we want to track our runs. All right. Let's just go to our. We're gonna take our runs tests. Where are they? There you are. Let's comment these out. Oh, that's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. not supported between strings and ints. So you are right, PyTest.
Well, yeah, because you don't want to add. You don't want to add Roman numerals. We want to add integers and get Roman numerals back.
All right, so yes, thank you, Copilot. That's going to be a string. Converts Roman numeral to integers. Will it remember all this? Let's find out. I feel like we're asking a lot of it. Yeah, it doesn't know
Yeah, it does.
what.
There you go. Well,
Well, that's a start.
That's a start. All right, so let's give it some. How about no? Stop that. There you go. How about this?
And by the way, you do this actually in your day job for machine learning in Python for nanorobots. As much as you're playing a shtick right now.
Well, no, that's Pauline does this more than I do. So
Okay.
she's the expert.
As much as you're playing a shtick right now.
I don't know about machine learning, but
She's the Python expert.
You're the Python expert? I taught Nathan everything he knew about humor.
So Pauline does both Python and Rust. So she has like the two coolest languages on her belt.
I just want to know what color your Tesla is.
Okay, convert. Let's see. Convert the Roman. Yeah, you know what I want. You're right there, Copilot. You're just listening to us. Like these people are whack jobs. Come on.
Give it a second.
It's thinking. Well, that's all our test needs, right?
Mm-hmm. Notice how it created an indexed
Ooh.
array?
oh,
Yeah.
look at that.
All right, so it's getting there. It's recording at a 3, but the test is saying, yeah, but I want a 3. Okay, so we can do that.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
We can do that. So we're gonna help this. We're gonna help it out a little bit. Let's see.
I still can't believe you haven't converted the int to a Roman numeral class. As someone that read the object-oriented programming book like I have.
We're in Python, Joel.
Oh, that's right.
Just don't apply.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Converts the runs to a Roman numeral. Oh, I thought we had it.
We still have the.
Oh, close. It didn't. No, right there. So return runs. What were you saying, Tom?
I'm thinking out loud. I don't know that I have coherence.
I don't either. I mean, I don't have coherence either. I'm sure you do. All right. So what's it telling us?
But in this style, we would need really a complete list of these numerals. Is
Yeah.
it not?
If it got the 6, game's over.
Yeah.
You win at 5.
What?
Okay.
So
Yeah.
get the test to
Yeah.
pass.
This makes it easy. Oh, PyCharm, you little rascal.
What'd it
Look
do?
at that. It changed our test. That wasn't very nice.
That was Python's fault, not GoPilot.
That's PyCharm.
Okay.
Copilot wasn't responsible. He
so-
did it.
So now we have a baseball game that does it in Roman numerals.
Up to the score of 5.
What happens if you uncomment one of those tests and have Copilot rewrite it?
Rewrite the test using Roman numerals. CoPilot doesn't actually refactor, right? It's always going to be completion.
I think it's completion. I think it does refactoring too. There's just different prompts. The fact is,
Of
if you're writing
or
small enough functions, you just do that.
give it a moment. Another moment. Oh wow, hey, it did it. I thought it gave up, but nice.
So what if you did rewrite test for I through X, Roman numerals I to X?
Oh, okay.
Just curious. We're code golfing here. I through XXX. Surely no one will score more than 3. Is that 30? Tom, you're trained in this.
Well, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking that I want to get back over here to ChatGPT and have it solve another problem for us.
Okay.
I mean,
Let's do that.
No, CoPilot's interesting, but I'm still kind of interested in what we can do to.
The scoreboard. Let's have it implement the scoreboard for us, or write the scoreboard. Write the scoreboard class that uses Roman numerals for keeping score.
It'll learn.
Certainly.
It's peppy today.
Well.
It does.
Yeah. It does.
I mean, it has no context of what's over in the other screen. So give it this
does.
code. Give
Let's
it
do
this
that.
code and say refactor this to be cleaner.
There you go.
Let's see what it comes up with.
Or better yet, we'll also give it the test and say write the code for it. See what happens.
Okay.
What do you think, Tom?
I think you guys are exceeding my mental capacity at the moment. You guys are doing this faster than I mean, this is just going really fast.
We can slow it down.
No,
Ooh, I know how to prompt hack Nate. Nate, slow down.
Yo.
don't do it
Okay.
for me. I'm just, like I said, I haven't done this in a long time.
But it did the Roman numeral stuff too. It doesn't have context. Yeah.
Nope, it doesn't know enough yet. So, chat, what should we tell it? Because this isn't going to work, right?
I would do this. Write a class to track baseball runs in Roman numerals in Python. Oh my.
Wow.
The numerals, the Roman things seems to be much better solved here.
Get runs. Oh, it's nice. Look at that. It's tracking it in numerals and then converting it on.
So put that code in and will CoPilot write the test?
I don't know. Let's find out.
We're really just
Create a
code
new
golfing
file.
here.
That's all right. We're just.
Test main take 2.
Shouldn't that be II?
Should. Wait. Let's make sure everything's running. Generate tests for the name of the class? There you go. Okay. Nice. Let's just move it. Well, that's the same test.
It types faster than you do.
Types faster than I do, but we're kind of getting repetitive. Nice. All right. Well, let's see if that runs. It does.
And then you can tell it to refactor itself.
Yeah. Should we?
So maybe tell it to write the test for a specific method. There you go.
What was that?
That one.
Hold on. Let's try for recording multiple runs. I can't spell, but it'll probably figure it out.
Is he smart enough?
Got it. Look at that.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. You even have I just have spelling errors everywhere. Just look at you.
Right, yeah. I was wondering what it was going to do.
So
Yeah. It knows me, so it's not surprised at all.
generate test for all for 100 games. See what it does.
For recording runs in the hundreds.
That works. That would be a very boring baseball game.
Yeah. I don't know. I think these two are pairing pretty well together.
Mm-hmm. What else should we do? So we have a Roman numeral baseball board.
Ask it to rewrite my resume.
What do you want your resume to be, Tom? Resume for Tom.
Who used to fly Cobra who used to fly Cobra attack helicopters? Allegedly might have flown over the Grand Canyon.
Over.
Under, through. And
Can't spell helicopters.
yep. And express it all in JavaScript.
All right. A resume for Tom, who is a former software engineer who used to fly. I'm gonna leave all my spelling errors in there.
Yes. Write it in JavaScript.
But is looking for a role in what?
AI software development.
Yeah, because
AI
what have I not done? Yeah.
or
let's do
development.
Tom Johnson.
It's wrong. It says solid background.
Certificate. I didn't know he.
As
And he's proficient in Spanish.
Okay. Add the let's see.
His is
mention the incident when Tom flew the Cobra over the Grand Canyon.
yeah. Tie it to leadership and being disruptive, and use his code name of
Why
Shooter.
is Incident.
All right. I think we're boring the other.
Yeah, we should go back and do it in JavaScript.
I was just trying to make a joke.
Well, there we go.
Well,
Well, let's go back to
actually,
coding. People came here to
This is
code.
pretty- all right, we came here to code. We're actually using AI-driven development. So this is everyone. Take your resume, drop it into ChatGPT, and say, "Make this better," and you'll be surprised what it spits out. All right, what did it say about his? I'm really curious.
No, leadership and disruptive incident. And that whole
Wow, look at
over
that.
thing.
Look at that. You did all that, Tom?
So let's go back to coding. We're losing viewers.
Yeah.
All right.
I have to edit that out. So in 5 years from now, when someone's trying to learn to do this the first time, they don't see it.
I'm gonna go post his resume and see if I get any hits.
All right, generate test. Okay, so from the people in the audience, what should we code next? What do you want to play with? Copilot and AI with ChatGPT together. What's interesting?
So it would be interesting to me for us to be able to utilize ChatGPT to take something and make it either clean, solid, or object oriented. Those are things that I think would be interesting to be able to take something, because a lot of us deal with existing code bases, right? And being able to clean them up, no pun intended, would be interesting if we could do something like that.
Maybe the Roman numeral converter should be its own class.
That's a good idea.
We do that. Why did you just make it functional programming, Nate?
Just to see what it would do.
Do the Roman numeral as its own class.
All right.
See if see if Copilot will do it.
All right. How do I do that with Copilot?
Let me look up the chat prompts here really quick. I'm not sure it'll do
All right.
it.
I'm gonna do this with ChatGPT while you look that up.
Okay.
So extract the convert to Roman function. What was that? Extract it as an object, right?
Yeah.
As a class. To a class.
You gotta spell convert right or not?
It'll catch it.
Yeah.
It knows me, Tom. It's all there.
It's done the statistics. So
Oh, it created a static.
well, you never told it not to be static. So go highlight the code, and I don't
There
know
you
if
go. Look at that. It did.
Yeah.
So it has a Roman converter with a static function, and it's referencing that function with get runs. Look at that. That's cleaner code, right, Tom?
Neat.
so.
Yeah.
So let's try highlight the code you want to refactor. And you're in PyCharm, so we might have to switch to VS Code. And then you should be able to right click onto a not in the right class file. Highlight something you want to refactor. And then right click. Are you in Linux?
I am in Linux.
There should be make it readable, but I'm not seeing it. What plugin are you using?
Copilot.
Just put a generate at the top. Make this more readable. Use a comment.
Okay. Then what?
Let's see if it
Do I
picks
have
it
to
up.
delete it?
Yeah, delete it and see what happens. Nope, Control Z. So according to the documentation I'm reading, you should be able to right click and go and generate. But it could be
Which IDE is that?
let me go check. I'm looking at the PyCharm documentation now. Let's just skip over it. We can find out later. I'll be able to find it out.
All right. So it looks like, yeah. So we got a good example from chat here. Let's try that. I guess I could have just copied everything. Oh, it's in JavaScript. Let's rewrite this in Python.
That's something I want to try, is I want to take your Python and recreate it to a different language. Because in 2012, my job was literally to convert a .NET app to Java, and I ended up copying and pasting class by class and fixing the red squiggly lines.
Well, this is why I was asking about that. If utilizing this for all of that mundane stuff that we have to do, and if if we can figure out how to do that, I think it's going to be incredibly.
Speaking of mundane, and we don't prescribe to any methodology here, Nathan. Could
Yeah.
you have ChatGPT write the stories really quick? And estimate it.
Yeah.
Story points are free.
Tom, would you like 100,000 story points?
Hey, I already have 100,000. Thank you.
It worked.
I have 100,000.
Chad got it. He made it work.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here we go. Rewrite this in Rust. This is for Pauline.
That makes me happy.
And I'd like to do something for Tom, so he's comfortable too. And Tom, thanks for being our muse. Could we see it in
So now I'm
VB6?
going to do something in COBOL.
Can we do? Oh, I say VB6.
COBOL?
EDP11 assembler.
Wow, look at that. Well, there we go.
Round Paul, can anybody judge this COBOL code?
Can anyone check it? That's a good question. Anyone?
Dave Nicolette is not here.
Is it?
I could help by for asking for Fortran, but COBOL, sorry, I'm out.
This looks legit. Like way back in time, I did some COBOL, so this.
I mean, is it
Close
the four?
enough.
Is it the 4 divisions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, everything's spacey.
I got
So-
to, honestly, that's some of the cleanest COBOL I've seen.
Maybe COBOL will make a comeback now. So, what else does the group want to try? Like, we're here to learn. We're here to have fun.
I'm impressed, first of all, what it does. But as my current project sometimes has this legacy code and looks like this baseball scoreboard, just a function, no doc strings, no documentation. Can we perhaps ask Chat or the CoPilot to add documentation in Sphinx style?
Oh,
Nice. Great idea.
okay. Yeah. That is a great
How
idea.
the function is perfect working. We have some reasonable names for the variables, and perhaps he can guess. And by the way, then I should pick up a new job, I guess.
Yeah.
Or you should go back into
What we show the world.
we go back into COBOL programming.
Oh my goodness! There we go. Hey, this just makes your job a lot easier. You can write whatever you want now.
And you don't have to tell anybody that something else is going on.
No,
Definitely.
no. Yeah, I've used this to write documents for work.
Besides
Absolutely.
that, the value is in the person who is able to look at it and validate that it's going to produce the outcomes that you want.
Yeah.
Not, right? So it's not like what you do isn't valuable anymore. It's that what you do is easier now.
Tom once argued with
Yes.
me, it's not the speed of the typer. With AI, it's easier to, with these two tools, it's easier to do everything. So what else does the group want to learn? You can write can you give a Scrum update? Write an email to the Scrum Master asking for clarification on the missing requirement.
Do we still have Scrum Masters?
Uh-huh.
Somewhere.
Somewhere.
Nathan is our Scrum Master,
Yeah.
technically.
He's uncertified.
I'm not. Yeah. No, that's technically not true either. So, just everyone stop talking about that.
For clarification on the missing requirements.
Missing requirement of what?
No, just ask what the missing requirements are.
looking for them.
It even does the empathetic thing.
Yeah. It's better than me.
Wow, it's still going.
Oh, it wants you to fill it out.
No, it gives you it just says insert your problem here.
Oh my gosh.
I got to tell you, I do that at that conference that's coming up next week, and I swear it looked like some of the people's proposals were written by ChatGPT.
They probably were.
Yeah.
But let's go back to coding. What do you guys want to try with coding? We're trying to use AI to, pair program with CoPilot and ChatGPT. What do you guys want to learn? What do you want to try? What do you want Nathan to type and where?
I only have a few more minutes, so I'm gonna start bailing on you guys.
Yeah, we'll probably end around 9 here anyways, or 8 minutes from now.
Thanks for doing this, you guys.
I mean, more people need to be exposed. This is what everyone's day job's going to become as a developer.
Yeah. Use the tools. They won't replace us.
IntelliSense, people that were scared of IntelliSense, that's fine. This is just much better.
Let's see. What's something interesting that we could see if Python can do?
What about let's generate some classes that we all hate writing, like object classes, like address.
Okay.
Like, I'm so tired of trying to figure out, generate a class for storing an address or something. It's in context.
Yeah. Okay.
Generate a class for storing a user.
It knew where you were going.
Yep. Generate a web service. Generate a web service. For post. Yeah, there, that works. No, it's a service. It's not a web service.
An example of creating a REST API in Python. Nice. Rewrite.
Yeah, right. So
Example.
you have to tell it what to write it in, right?
Mhm.
Yep. Using the class of person and address. The API should retrieve, update, or no, the API should provide
Put post.
CRUD implementation
Yeah. Include test.
of the person class. Include tests.
Okay, next step, perhaps further avoid using Flask, because by the
let's
company
try it.
rules, and just use the requests module.
Don't use Flask.
Yeah.
I'm just stating, hey, it's not allowed in our company. No,
That's
just for a test.
That's a valid. Rewrite the code not using Flask,
But using the requests module.
but using the request module.
Yep. Plural requests.
Oh, did I do it wrong? We'll find out. Maybe it fixed it anyway.
URL that he is using.
expand this out. Oh, that didn't do us any good. What's it using? HTTP server.
URL, not using HTTP request. Yeah.
Well, there you go. Man, that was easy.
And then when you put it in CoPilot, you can clean it up to your context. Because remember, you probably shouldn't be putting corporate code into this without permission.
Yes. Yes. That was a. Look at that. Is there tests? Did it include tests?
I don't think so. You had to continue generating.
Okay.
Click continue generating. Burn some more tokens.
Burn some more tokens. Let's jump into here.
Notice this is not production code. And it tells you have to use Flask or Django.
Congrats.
But just to get started using these tools, right? It would take me a whole day to write all this at one point. How long would it take you, Olaf?
I was running the server. Oh, look at that. It implemented a run. I'll probably have to import a bunch of things, but let's see. Yeah, this is what I use ChatGPT a lot for, is
Boilerplate?
new upcoming. Not just boilerplate, but it's something new. Asking about exploring an API. It still gets things wrong, especially because we use a lot of ROS, the robot operating system, in our job, and sometimes, as an example, it gave me bad info. Like here, explaining the API, it actually got this wrong. So there's things you got to watch out for, because they're not at all infallible. Actually, they get things wrong quite a bit. The more technical you get, the more deep you get, you're going to start to notice that. But yeah, other than that, that was
Yeah. You want to wrap it up?
might as well wrap it up. We didn't solve the
We didn't do the kata, but
epidemic, but here we go.
I'm going to turn off the stream here, and then we can talk freely.